Moderate disease indicates the patient has pneumonia, patient X-ray chest is abnormal, but oxygen saturation is normal. And stage E is patient has pneumonia and has oxygen saturation less, which we call it as a severe, or patient has hypoxia associated. And if the patient progresses further, then he goes into group F or critical, where patient doesn't have only the respiratory compromise but also has cardiac dysfunction, liver dysfunction, kidney dysfunction, and platelet count which is going down, or patient has bleeding tendencies. So that becomes a multi-organ failure type of a patient. Now these patients, apart from what we have discussed, will need additional therapy. This additional therapy is in form of giving oxygenation, which is the mainstay of therapy, then giving anti-cytokine storm treatment, then giving antithrombotic, and lastly antiviral therapy. Oxygenation is needed for a patient when the saturation goes below 94. And when it is below 94, we will start with first your nasal prongs. We can keep the oxygen flow to the tune of 4 to 6 liters to maintain oxygen saturation at around 92. And we should aim at 92. And for that, first we can use nasal prong. If nasal prongs are not sufficient, we use an oxygen mask. If oxygen mask is not giving us that saturation, then we can give it to non-returning the NRBM mask, which will give the oxygen flow up to for 10 to 15 liters can be given by that. If the patient is not managed by NRBM also, then he will head towards high flow nasal oxygen, that is HFNO or HFNC. And with this we can give 20 to 30 liters up to 60 liters per minute as oxygen therapy. But when you use this, the oxygen consumption is more, so should best be avoided due to oxygen scarcity. If the patient needs more than 15 liters of oxygen on NRBM, this patient should be shifted to NIV, and patient should be kept on BiPAP. And in BiPAP, we can keep the inspiratory pressure around 10, expiratory pressure around 4, and can manage this patient and targeting saturation of 92%. If the saturation is not maintained at 92%, the next step is to put the patient on ventilator with intubation, and intubation ventilator should be started. So intubation ventilator should be available in DCHC and dedicated COVID hospital, where the group E and group F can be managed well. Group D, group E can be managed at DCHC. And from the C group, those patients who have comorbidities which are uncontrolled. Uncontrolled comorbidity means the patient having blood sugar more than 400, blood pressure more than 180 by 100, BMI more than 35, having underlying CKD with creatinine more than 3.5, then patient having liver cirrhosis with portal hypertension, or patient having COPD with carpulmonal, or patient on anti-cancer drug. These patients should not be managed at CCC, and they should go to DCHC for further management. So with this we know which patient should be in DCHC and which patient should be in DCH, and how can we do hypoxia management for these patients.